Yes, Jack Riewolds' rampage, a little too good for Paddy Dangerfield's Bolts. Game 1. It's one night only of AFLX. The grand final will be the final game tonight. And look at Jack Riewolds. He would have loved every bit of that. His team were just a little too strong, game 1.
And now the Deadly are out there to take on the Bolts. We'll get a bit of rock, paper, scissors action going. If ever a game is set up for the Indigenous superstars of our game, it's this one. Here we go. Can't wait to see that group of players take to this format. And Danger's mob need to lift, let's be honest. Lowered their colours in the first match to Jack Riewolds' rampage.
Who are you playing for, TK? We'll do TK's rap. We'll do TK's rap. We're going to do TK's rap, but I'll get it.
He's trying to manufacture a deal out there, I think, Paddy.
I think he is.
I don't think the Deadly crew will be having any part of that.
Bradley Hill bodying him up. There's Tim Kelly. So teammates, here we go.
Blitzarves, he's a good option in the tip-off, the big blitz. The strength and size of him, and that was TK who Danger was talking about earlier. And you love the chemistry of the Indigenous boys. They love playing together, and have a look at that. It's just so good. Bradley Hill, the #1 pick in AFLX, and there's a little look at why.
We might see some sizzle too, I think, from the Deadly boys. Some nice celebrating. 20 metres you can run without bouncing the ball in this game, so it gives the likes of side bottom plenty of room to move. That's gone backwards, so McMillan's got to play on.
Reliably told the Deadly boys have been practicing some celebrations in the last 48 hours.
We might have to rely on text to give us some insight into what they are, because we wouldn't have a clue. Stevenson in space.
Would have been led by their captain, Eddie Betts. Loves their celebration.
Love this boy, Stevenson. What a surprise. Well, I say surprise package. Very high draft pick, so it wasn't a surprise, but a great first season.
He's just taken to the game at the highest level, as well as we've seen in many a year. Jaden Stevenson, that was a classy finish. Now, chance Blitzarves, Tippin Woody, and side bottom. They might have been stung a little bit, the Bolt, from their first up effort. Now the long one there, Danger's called for it. He's got a one-on-one chance. Wilson, the defender, back there through the hands of Danger, and he couldn't keep it in.
I think there's no doubt he's been stung, Duke, the Danger. Had lowered his colours. First up. Premiership winning Jetta of the Lewis variety. Beautiful skill. Look at that magnificent touch kick to Hill, who kicked the first goal, and he's eyeing off this one. Brought it back far enough, no.
This is Jamie McMillan, who's become a very, very good player for the Kangaroos. And that is the option. Straight up the middle of the ground. Tom Hawkins just trying to inject himself in this second game. The class of Jack Billings, a high draft pick for the Saints. Gaff, and now Blitzarves. He's from the launch zone, and defending is Nathan Wilson, who's a class act back there.
Be brought in by the Danger, though. Last touch. Look at the kids, how good. The bean bags. Where does Danger go here? He's got Gaff wide open. Gets to him. 10 seconds to release this footy. On the right side for a left footer. Should run around and kick the banana. He does.
Geez, it's good to see Gaff back playing footy. Elite player of our competition.
Play on.
Very difficult time for him all round, and of course for the Brayshaw family too. But you're right, Tex, it is great to see him back out there. He's paid his due well and truly for that, and it's nice to see him selected. Now having a look at, this is Jade Gresham. Classy player. Small forward for the Saints. Eddie, he's tracking it. You just get nervous if you're a defender anywhere near Eddie Betts. Blitzarves played it beautifully in the end, and the Bolt have maybe learned a bit from game 1. They're just taking their time a little more. Skipper Dangerfield taking a bit of heat out of it at the moment.
Blitzarves long, looking for Hawkins. Why wouldn't you? A bit of front-on contact for the big man. Nice agility. Releases the handball. Comes back to Hawk. Gets closed right down. And the Deadly can work it out a half-back. Travi Varco. Powell Pepper can have a ping, and that's a goal. Well done.
Yeah, one of the great parts of our game is Tex is seeing the Indigenous boys, the great connection they have, and we've seen the Indigenous All-Stars play before, and they have just something extraordinary. I get the feeling there's a little bit of that going on out there tonight already.
Good luck trying to beat them. The connection already is first class.
Still side bottom from Dangerfield. What about that for a combination? It's class, skill.
Oh, Hodgie.
So Hodge, if you don't mind, he's got it back. The launch zone and sensing a chance for a super goal. McMillan shepherded through. They get the right bounce. No. Luke Parker was the man trying to shepherd it through.
Shawnee Burgoyne picks out Powell Pepper. That's touched, but turned over. Billings has got to be clean. Handball back to Hodge. Now Gaff. And Daniel Rich brings a nice flavour to this particular outing.
He does indeed.
He's marked that inside the zone, so that's not for 10, but if it's marked, it'll be good. Free kick paid. Luke Parker a hold.
So is that 10 points?
Yeah, it's a super goal, Tex. Absolutely. Make no mistake about that, Luke Parker. He launched it from that zone, and Luke Parker knows all about it, so they very much need a 10-point super goal. There's Paddy.
Give us something, Steve-O! Steve-O will never ruck again if he doesn't.
Mate, how casual when he gets the ball, he just marks things up. Oh, yeah,
I'm worried about these.
Just giving young Jaden Stevenson a little hurry up, the young man. Said, you'll never do this again unless you win. He's up against Cam Ellis-Yeoman, and
oh, no.
That's it for you, young Jaden.
Cue in the rack. Jack Martin. He's got a nice full trick bag too, Jack, although that's not his best. McGrath able to bring it back in. Speaking of brilliant young players, that's a spilt ball. And now danger. Almost a scissor kick out of the air, Rioli. And that is magnificently manufactured to Jade Gresham.
What about Willie Rioli? Let's get down to Abby.
Well, Michael Long very eagerly watching on from the Deadly bench. But, Michael, you spent a number of days with the Indigenous boys at the AFL All-Star Camp. How was it and what did they get up to?
Yeah, well, it's obviously a camp they have every 2 years. Obviously, you know, the AFLPA and the AFL looking at life after footy and the programs, and obviously some cultural bonding over there with Daniel Motlop, who served some of the traditional food. So it was a good few days, and no doubt they got a lot out of it.
Well, I've been lucky enough to live in Darwin. I've worked out of the Michael Long Learning and Leadership Centre and seen firsthand the incredible work that you do with our community. Tell us a little bit more about the Michael Long Foundation, because I understand you've had some pretty big wins in that space recently.
Yeah, obviously we just officially launched obviously the website and the foundation. Look, it's pretty important, you know, we know how important footy is in the territory. It's based around education, so it's really something we can go away and see and hopefully bring on some real corporate sponsors on board so we can deliver a lot of the programs to the kids. So it's you know, it's an exciting time, and I think the centre, we have about 800 kids already been through the centre already. Sport's growing enormously, the footy and the women's footy.
Well, thank you for everything that you do. Michael Long, also a finalist in the Australian of the Year, JB.
Thank you.
Brilliant, Abby, and Michael Long, what a star on and off. As the Deadly just starting to get hold of this. Gresham now can have a look. Missing. So a tight game, which is good. Luke Hodge, we've seen a couple of nice barrels come out of his left foot so far. Just checks that one to McGrath. Not much for him to go to, so he looks to memory. In fact, it's Parker. Now Steele. The big hawk. That big chest just approaching the pink pill.
Presented at it beautifully. That man on screen there, Tom Hawkins, and the little short one is on, and they've got their act together. Tommy Rockcliffe has slotted that home. I think he has. So the Bolts are now getting a bit of rhythm going. Bradley Hill glide across the turf, and the Deadly McDonald Tipperwoody. He just looks at the man on the mark, and you know he's thinking about taking it on back to Wilson. I reckon the roof closed. That might have gone close to tapping it.
Going to bounce out the back for Eddie Betts. No man gets in these positions better. Oh, no. He couldn't get boot to ball, Eddie. It wouldn't set up for him.
Looks like he's had a fresh rinse through the hair too, JB.
Your man?
Loves a fresh rinse.
Surely there's no grey in there, Tex.
Well, there's a lot. He's got 4 kids now.
The Hawk has a lumbering shot at him and misses.
Feeling working a bit harder out there than you think. It's just end-to-end. They're covering plenty of ground as Jared Harbrow, one of the best and fairest of the Gold Coast Suns. Bradley Hill got wrapped up and a little bit of physicality coming into it. Paddy Dangerfield's Bolts have responded nicely. Disappointing first game. Now, this is a 10-point opportunity. If the mark was taken, it's been dropped. Daniel Rich.
Oh, well done.
It's a class effort, wasn't it, Jetta? And he looks up and McDonald tipping. What do you take? What about that for a pickup?
Jeez.
Gee whiz.
Now, this is launching zone here. Jetta's followed on but missed it. Tell you what, Duke, I reckon, having done last year's AFLX, that the one play they've added to the ground has closed down significant space. Nowhere near as big as we saw last year for these players to get around. All right, the Bolts take a nice, handy lead into the break.
He's enjoying his night out there, Danger. They got rolled in game 1 by Rewalt's Rampage, but it is Paddy Dangerfield's Bolts who find themselves in front half-time game 2 over the Indigenous superstars from the Deadly. 9-point half-time lead they enjoy. We know that isn't a lot of comfort in this format.
A game changer, not used enough in that first game. I reckon the teams will quickly realise that that'll be a weapon.
Wings good.
Cam Ellis-Yeoman, teammate of yours out there, Tex. He's a powerful-looking operator.
Had an absolute cracking pre-season. I reckon you'll see a fair bit of him this year.
Jumped over the blitz there too, which takes some doing. Blitzarves, though, recovers well. Looking for running support, gets it from Stevenson. Now can Hodgie do something from here? Attempted barrel, just an end-on-end mung. Very tough to handle for Wilson, who ended up doing it pretty well. And Bradley Hill, what a beautiful mover he is. Inboard to Burgoyne. Speaking of people that move well, now Powell Pepper can launch. The Torp ain't going to get there. Stevenson in front of Eddie Betts did pretty well.
See him in defence a lot, Jaden Stevenson. He managed 38 goals in his debut year. Played all 26. I get the feeling that man can play any position on the ground with ease. Incredibly talented young man. Now a long launch. Danger. Second attempt. Oh, a nice little handball to Gaff, who's been prominent. And that will be another major to the Bolts. Andrew Gaff has found a heap of the footy.
Quick release to Burgoyne. And then the running machine. Bradley Hill. Long target, marking needed. Eddie Betts in shape. Gets closed down by the veteran Hodge. Oh, Eddie. Oh, he's got a hold of him. Humpy, please. Doesn't matter, the disco dancing of Eddie Betts. But Blitzarves gets back. Oh, no.
He was not going to let him run past him, Hodgie, under any circumstance at all. He's still not letting him up.
He's sat on him.
He has. This is Ellis-Yeoman. Adelaide Crow teammate of our mate up here, Tex Walker, and the Deadly just starting to get a bit of rhythm. Willie Rioli, premiership player. What about this, JB? If you draft a Rioli, every club that has won a flag within 3 years.
Yep. Just go and find one and get them on your list.
Get hold of Rioli.
Yep.
Here's the tactic. This is a 10-point opportunity. Eddie Betts, but Blitzarves back there. And they're well organised now, the Bolts.
Took them a game to get organised, but they are now long bombs and a danger. One out, he's real dangerous. That's better. He had Silk for company, and that's not really Sean Burgoyne's go.
Absolute defender's nightmare when Dangerfield goes forward.
10 seconds. Must kick it, and he has. Starting to move away, the Bolts.
Jared Harbrow. Short, this is Jade Gresham. Little champ from the St Kilda Footy Club. Good to see him out there. 10-point chance. Bradley Hill. And a little wayward.
Of course, we need to just touch on the fact that you boys were filthy when Danger left. Have you built that bridge back, Tex, or is there still some icy stuff flowing?
I'm still waiting for the invite to go on his fishing boat. Right. Well, one of 4 or 5 that he's got at the moment.
Jack Billings. A little fumble. Hodge never fumbles, but he walks into Rioli. Now Gaff's got work to do. The look-away handball. Rioli gets back involved.
Play on backwards. Play on.
Ellis Yeoman. Now Jared Harbrow. Got to start impacting the scoreboard here. Travi Varco out in front. 10 seconds to kick the goal, or he can go back to Bradley Hill, the launch zone. Wilson. Waller. Chewing up valuable time here, getting this shot on goal. Wilson off a step. He struck that nicely. Just missing. Abby, down to you.
Guys, there's plenty happening off the field as well. I'm in the designated fan area. We've got balloon artists. We've got face painting. It is all going on. Justin, the kids are loving it, aren't they?
They are. They're having a great time down here. Getting some balloons, seeing all the action.
Is there a certain team that you're following out there tonight?
Oh, the Indigenous boys for sure, 100%.
They're pretty special. It's all happening down here, guys.
Thank you, Abby. Really good vibe here tonight. Healthy crowd. And they're enjoying the entertainment. These are some of the best players in the game, some of the best players we've seen in decades out here on display tonight. And they have really taken to this concept. Here's Andrew Gaff.
So not far away from the game changer.
Looks like they're going to go with Tomahawk again, Jim.
Righto.
And Jetta from the Deadlies.
Play on.
He's a torpedo specialist, Lewis Jetta.
Luke Parker has a long-range go at it. Harbrow manages to get the better of danger. Kick now to Bradley Hill in the launch zone. Need to hit the scoreboard through Gresham. He misses.
So here it is now, the game changer enters the arena, and as Tex told you, very fit looking Tom Hawkins. They couldn't quite get enough access to Tom Hawkins when he was a game changer in game one, but have you seen this man kick a barrel before, Lewis Jetta, Tex?
Oh, he's elite on his right foot and can absolutely thump the ball. It'll be interesting to see who goes to Tomahawk, because they don't really have a tall defender, the Deadlies.
Well, he's good at this. Good call, Tex, because that's exactly what's happened here. Tommy Hawkins has made the most of it. Eddie Betts is down there, old teammate, Tex.
He is, yeah. Where is he?
On the headset, I think we got you, Ed.
You there, Ed?
I'm there, Taylor. How are you?
Good, mate. Looks like you got a bit of a fresh rinse. Is it true?
Yeah, it is true.
True. And you took the boys down to MJ Bale yesterday. How'd that go?
Yeah, it was fantastic. You know, I organised the boys to get a free suit. I think Matty Stokes is my team manager, and he wanted to come and try and get one as well.
Who organised that, you?
Yeah, got the boys.
That's why you're the Mayor of South Australia, mate.
No, coming from yourself, Taylor.
What's the ball feel like out there? Looks like it's pretty slippery.
No, it's not. We're just not using it to our advantage, to be honest.
Hey, Eddie, tell us about Lewis Jetta as the game changer. What's the plan with that one?
We just got to get it in his hands, because he's a super kick and he can kick a long ball. So we're going to try and get it to him and try and get 20 points.
Enjoying it all, Ed? Is it what you expected?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty quick out there. We're pretty small, so we're going to have to put some pressure on these taller guys. Big Tomahawk, here he comes.
Hey, Eddie.
All right, I got to go, boys. I'm going to try and get on.
Good on you, mate. Eddie Betts good enough to whack the headset. He said, I've had enough. Get me out there.
That's it. Got to impact this thing. Wilson. There he is. He just can run inside Lewis and get a piece, or the handball misses Bradley Hill. You've got to have a bit of selfishness about you for me if you're the game changer, Tex. Just make it all about you.
I certainly would be if I was out there, Jim.
Yeah. Here is the game changer.
Oh, come on, Tomahawk.
Big Tomahawk. So double points on offer. And this is significant with just under 3 minutes remaining in this game. He has to look at the clock, Big Tex. He's only got 4 seconds to go. He's going to be called play on.
Have a look how fit he looks. He's dropped a couple of kgs.
He's a ball of muscle, the Tomahawk. That was a 12-point opportunity. He hasn't registered at all. And now Pal Pepper to Willie Rioli. Going to take him on, Willie.
Yeah, where's Jetta? Got to get the ball into his hands. Back to Pal Pepper. And he's just going to have a lash from long range. Blitzar's back there with all the time in the world. Spends a lot of time, the Hawk, these days on the farm. I think it's sort of Winchelsea, isn't it? That way somewhere. Got the cattle, the Black Angus. This is Stevenson lurking out the back and takes a mark.
Here he goes again.
And just finds it.
Come on, Tomahawk.
What can he do? The game changer. He's kicked it. It's worth 12.
No, he's missed, JB. He's missed. So that was a backwards kick. It's got to come from inside the forward 15 to count. They are all over trying to hit up the game changer, Tom Hawkins. Now Jetta, this is 20 points. I reckon it's 20. Lewis Jetta, has he got it? No. Just got the toe behind the line, and that would have been enough to put them in front.
Yeah.
McMillan trying to just take some time out of the game, then gets pressured. Turnover. Lighting off a hell of a lot more than he can chew. J-Mac, what about the round the body? It's the post. It's Willie Rioli. Vigona Rioli he's got on the back, and that will be in part to the great Benny Vigona, who played with Morris Rioli at South Fremantle in Perth, and those two lit up the waffle for about 10 years. That might be a free two to that man.
Well, they certainly just have to get this one in the hands of Lewis Jetta, the game changer. Let's see if the Bolts are aware of it, because it's a 20-pointer they need desperately, and you can see Mark Blitzarves all over it. He's just started tagging the game changer there for a minute.
Hodge and Dangerfield just yelling out to Blitzarves to stay right next to Jetta. That's getting competitive out there, Darcy.
A bit of leadership stepping up, Tex, suddenly on the boundary line. Look at Hodge, he's got danger.
Get out the way.
Step aside here. I've got this under control. The Deadly for a 6-pointer. It mightn't be enough. Hang on, have I missed something there?
I don't see how that could have been. It was marked outside the area, wasn't it? I think Danger's saying the same thing. Anyway, we're back into the middle. So now it's tightened up.
Oof.
If they can get Lewis Jetta on the end of it.
Walk down. 20 seconds. Walk down.
Work down cleverly from Blitzarves to steal side bottom, and they've got the ball at the right end.
Ooh.
Now Jetta's got to get open. Long inside 50 ball. Mark taken. Jack Martin got to get it to Jetta somehow. Any score from him is doubled. There it goes. Didn't get the time.
Well, this is for a draw, JB. And it will stand as a draw. It'll just go onto the overall tally.
No. Misses the lot. So they squeak by the Bolts. Just. Good game.
Yeah, Paddy Dangerfield will be a little happier after that performance, and the Indigenous stars from the Deadly have got a bit of thinking to do. Abby Holmes is out there wandering around. She's chasing down some of the stars. Let's get down to you, Abby.
Big Tomahawk, the game changer for your second game. They must put some pretty big, I guess, confidence in you to get the double score.
Oh, absolutely no, and I really feel like I might have let the team down. Jaden Stevenson was unbelievable for us tonight, so we've still got one game to go, but hey, it's a lot of fun out there. I hope it comes across that way on the TV screens and for these guys out here, because as you can see, if you look around, you know, we're having a great time.
47 best and fairest, 44 All-Australians. Wow. Throw in a couple of Brownlow medalists. It's some pretty good company, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I said it yesterday too. I don't know many of the guys, but it's just awesome to be able to play with a guy like Luke Hodge. Played against him a lot. We've had a great rivalry between Geelong and Hawthorn when he was there, so it's really nice and special as a player.
Well, good luck for the rest of the games.
Cheers.
Good job.
The players have absolutely loved this concept. They've been sensational. Paddy Dangerfield's Bolts get a win. We've had a win to Rewalt's Rampage. Up next, you'll get a look at Nat 5's Flyers, AFLX 2019.